What is going on, everyone? Yesterday was day one of organized team activities for the Houston Texans, OTAs for short, and there are two storylines coming out of day one. The first one, the starting offensive line. The second one, maybe the one that is the most important, and that is CJ Stroud not being a part of throwing sessions, wasn't a part of the 7-on-7 or 11-on-11. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get into them. My name is Ruben Calvillo. This is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. Please make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest Houston Texans news, rumors, and updates. And we want to give a shout out to all the media members who were there, who we got this great footage from. Landry Locker, Cody Stutes, Adam Wexler, Chancellor Johnson, Jonathan M. Alexander. They all do a fantastic job covering the Houston Texans. Will Kunkel also. But let's first start with the offensive line. Now, this was a tweet that was brought out by Landry Locker, and he tweeted, "For what it's worth, this is the first O-line group being thrown out there. Could be nothing, could be something." And the O-line thrown out there was Cam Robinson at right tackle. No surprise there. The Houston Texans picked up Cam Robinson in free agency. He's only ever been a left tackle in the league. I had said from the get-go that Cam Robinson is going to be your starting left tackle. Left guard was Laken Tomlinson. Now, I was wrong. I thought Titus Howard was going to get the go, but no, Laken Tomlinson, a veteran in this league, has played for many different teams, has been a Pro Bowler as a left guard, even though that Pro Bowl year was a long time ago. I do think Laken Tomlinson is solidified, though, ladies and gentlemen, as your week one starting left guard, because there was another offensive line iteration that was thrown out there, and Laken Tomlinson was once again there at left guard. So I'm going to place him there at left guard. Now, center, this shocked everyone, because it was Jake Andrews at center, not Drew Scruggs, not Jared Patterson. Now, this is where, of course, you heard it's OTAs. Nothing is finalized yet. This might not be the starting offensive line week one. But then when you start digging into Jake Andrews, you see that he has a history with current, newly promoted offensive line coach and run game coordinator Cole Popovich. As we all know, Cole Popovich was a part of the New England Patriots coaching staff with Nick Caley, with general manager Nick Caserio, and with Jake Andrews. If you look at the college that he went to, let me just confirm. It was Troy University. This is where you have to put on your conspiracy cap, because when Jake Andrews was at Troy, you know who else was at Troy? Cole Popovich. Now, Harley, in one of our group chats, he put out this article clip that he found where Cole Popovich was a heavy influence on the New England Patriots drafting Jake Andrews. On Popovich's influence on the Patriots selecting Andrews in the 4th round, Nagy added, "One of our scouts talked to Coach Popovich on the field before one of the games. He even said, I came from the Patriots. I was with the Patriots last year, and if I was still there, I would want this guy on the football team. And you know what position Jake Andrews played there with Cole Popovich? Center. I wonder what's at play here, ladies and gentlemen. I really do. Could Jake Andrews be your starting center? You guys let me know in the comments down below. I know there was a clip by Adam Wexler of CJ Stroud taking snaps under center from Jarrett Patterson. But this is something to monitor going forward. Jake Andrews was one of the first 5 offensive linemen out there. I know tomorrow is another open OTA day for the public. So if this offensive line is thrown out again, hey, we're going to have another conversation. But Jake Andrews, a surprise to all, was at center. Right guard. Now, of course, right guard, this is where it makes sense. Titus Howard. Titus Howard has played all over the offensive line, has played at right guard before. I thought he was going to be a left guard. However, right guard, I 100% could understand it. I thought this was going to be a Laken Tomlinson, Ed Ingram situation. Nope. Titus Howard there at right guard. And then at right tackle, no surprise, something that a lot of people have been calling to, be a for sure pick. And that is Blake Fisher at right tackle. The big surprises to me, Laken Tomlinson at left guard, Jake Andrews at center, Titus Howard at right guard. Could this be your starting offensive line thrown out there against the Los Angeles Rams? The second story of OTA's day one, and that is CJ Stroud participating but not participating. Wasn't involved in the 7-on-7, 11-on-11 throwing sessions. Now, I'm not going to lie, it is kind of weird. Because normally we see the quarterbacks out there throwing. And what's funny when you talking about this, because you say he wasn't there, but no, he was there. He was on the sideline. He was talking to the boys. According to Big Sarge, who was there, he was talking to the rookies, the wide receivers, and Ariante Ursery. Like I mentioned, the video posted by Adam Wexler. He was under center taking snaps from Jarrett Patterson. There was another video posted of him and Nico Collins doing their handshake and dancing. So CJ Stroud has been was involved in day one, just not in those throwing sessions. And when DeMeco Ryans was asked about this, he said, everyone is on a schedule. When I go back to last season, this team was banged up towards the end of the year. They were limping in the playoffs. CJ Stroud himself was limping in the playoffs. This is the less we've seen of CJ Stroud compared to last offseason. If he's been working, if he's been in the lab, then 100% follow the schedule, CJ. Because it is OTAs, and OTAs don't mean a damn thing. Nothing means a damn thing until you put on the pads in training camp. I personally have no issue with CJ Stroud not throwing in day one. Now, tomorrow, you'll probably hear me with a different tune if CJ Stroud once again is not throwing while the media is out there tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're also going to hear from Nick Caley. And if CJ Stroud is not out there, I can almost guarantee you they're going to ask him that question about CJ. But ladies and gentlemen, you guys let me know your thoughts on this offensive line. You let me know your thoughts on CJ Stroud not being there. For more Houston Texans content, you guys know what to do. Follow me for more. Go Houston. Have a very blessed day.